like that in a way that took this bone and did that relative to the sacrum. So in her, she could feel how they're stuck to each other, and then she did this, and then she did that. It was this part where she closed her eyes and went into like Zen mode. But what she ended up with is more space in there, right? So it's the space and her being able to feel where she wants to make space that's more important than recreating and exaggerating. Exaggerating is one way to help them propriocept something, and it's our go-to way in some areas, because when you exaggerate, you're going in the direction of the tissue's already going, so you're not going to get into a conflict necessarily. But there's other ways that you can do things where you just bypass the tissue. So in doing this, I said, well, look, your leg doesn't weigh anything because it's on the table, and you don't have to stabilize your pelvis and your core because I'm stabilizing it by taking her leg and shoving her into my belly and turning my core on. So now all the stuff that she likes to grab in here, it was a non-event because it's unnecessary. And because of that, I was able to go into a posterior rotation in her ilium, even though it's the posterior rotation that made her uncomfortable, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. When she had that leg.
Yeah, when she was
trying
standing.
to move, yes.
You guys following me? I mean, I'm sorry, because in some ways it's like, it's totally counter to how we were taught to think. But at some point we just have to like deal with reality. Okay. So, how are you doing? You doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted to do an anterior ilium, I still can. I just want you guys to see this. I'm gonna take, no, don't help me. I still want the same pouring thing to happen. So I'm not thinking anterior, posterior. I'm thinking posterior, anterior. Right? There's a spiral there. So when I go into anterior, right? Right. If I want more compression at the joint, I make more spiral. Whoop. I just have to do I just have to think more spiral, actually. If I do it, it's too much, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I actually miss the boat. I ended up flipping over the top of the spiral that I actually want. If I just think more, she feels it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, she goes, that's kind of good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So again, she's changing things so that she can pull the ilium off of the sacrum first. And then now she's starting to pull the sacrum up away from the ilium. Ooh. Rest. It's not that you guys aren't doing this in your practices. It's just that sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.